So in terms of my kind of personal interactions and experiences, I would say that the one of the more powerful, moving moments here in Ottawa was going down to the Maidan Market, which is the local store front, which was donated, and the UCC Ottawa branch is operating. And so I went down there the weekend. They were setting up. And just to help out, because a friend of mine had put out a thing on Facebook saying they needed more volunteers, and walked into a virtual beehive of like 100 people walking around, sorting food and clothing and building furniture and clothing racks. And it was just, was put to work very quickly, building coffee tables and cleaning up an area and then moving furniture. So it was just a really powerful community experience to see so many people come together, urgently, on an urgent project that needed to happen. And everybody was there to sort of get stuff done for the refugees that were coming for the opening the next day. I would say, a similar experience just when I'm from Winnipeg originally, and I spent some time there over the summer. And our office in Winnipeg is just across the street from the newcomer center. And so I was working from the office and just looking, throughout the day, steadily, just seeing, van loads and bus loads of newcomers coming in and out of that center with clothing, with toiletries, with housing goods. They were just, nobody was being turned away. Nobody was leaving empty handed. And it was really busy, and it was really great to see. And then went there at the end of the day to see that, hundreds of people had been welcomed by volunteers. And it's just, it was just a really positive experience for everybody that was coming in there. And I think just on a personal note, as a community member, I volunteered at a summer camp and have had family members who are doing similar, and lots of friends. Just meeting some of the kids who've come to Canada, and realizing the tremendous experience that they've gone through in a tremendously stressful way, that they are fleeing their homes. They don't necessarily know what the next school year will bring. Their parents may be combatants, maybe fighting in the Ukrainian armed forces, or left behind, and the incredible stress and toll that it takes on kids. And I think what I've seen here in Canada is a really strong positive community response to allow kids to go and be kids a little bit, to relax, to go to a summer camp, go to a day camp, try to temporarily forget the stressful situation that their family might be in. And I think that's a really important experience for me and for many others here this summer. So I think my last observation is just to say that as much as Putin and the Russian Federation strives to sort of destroy Ukraine and the Ukrainian people, what we've seen is actually the reverse. We've seen Ukrainians in Ukraine and around the world come together and really help one another, and be helped by Canadians and all people who are accepting and helping refugees. And so when I think back to where we were at in January and where we're at now, I cannot believe the number of things that have been undertaken by community volunteers, the dedication and the commitment and drive that our community leaders have had to literally build programs from scratch. And it is, for many of us, incredibly personal, because my grandparents came as refugees after World War II. And so this is we heard these stories growing up about what it was like to come to Canada as a refugee. And it is hugely horrific to be in the position to help other people, whether they're Ukrainians or other people come to Canada, to have this same experience. And so I'm just so proud of the way our community has responded, of the way Canadians have responded. Every day when I walk home and I sort of see all the Ukrainian flags, and it is symbolic, but it is very meaningful. I think every kind of fundraiser has been tried, and every kind of event and every kind of support for displaced people is taking place across Canada. And that is all we can do. It will not solve the war, and it will not make these people's lives super fantastic, but it will make an impact on a human level, and on a real compassionate level, to show that we do care, that we are doing everything we can within reason of our abilities and our talents. So I just think my observation is that we've come a tremendous way in a very short time to respond to a very tragic situation. I think the big question for us all is, how long will this war continue, and how long will these people be these people, our family members, our new neighbors, how long will they be forced to be out of their homes? And we all hope and pray that and work to ensure that Ukraine continues to win and to fight the war, so that these people have a home to return to. And I think that's as much as it's wonderful to welcome them here. We know that they really their hearts and their their lives are in Ukraine, and we ache for them, and we want them to be able to go home safely as well in the near future.